Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com with an unboxing plus on-feet video of the brand new Nike Free Hyperfeel runs. So as you can see, it comes in your standard orange Nike Performance box. Give you a quick look at the label here. You can see it's called the Nike Free Hyperfeel Run, size 10 US. The colorway is black, white, and Volt. And these guys, while it isn't listed, has a suggested retail price of $175 US, which is a little bit pricey, but these are very, very unique. And they just came out today, so if you guys do want to get a pair for yourself, there will be a buy it now link down below in the description, so go ahead and check that out. So here is a look at the brand new Nike Hyperfeels. They announced this shoe and showed it a long time ago, and it's just now getting to the market and you can actually buy a pair for yourself. And I have to say that I'm really impressed with what Nike has come up with here. It's kind of a similar concept to the Nike Free Flyknit, which is a shoe that I just did a kind of unboxing slash review on very recently. I'll leave an annotation on screen to that. Basically the concept behind that shoe was to incorporate the sock-like Flyknit upper with the Nike Free 5.0 base to make it very flexible. Now the Hyperfeel takes a similar approach in that it does have that sock-like upper, which I would argue fits a little bit tighter and is more of a stable feeling because you have all of that extra flywire, and it may appear to be less cushioned than that Nike Free 5.0, but I would argue the other way because what the cushioning system is on this particular shoe, it's very deceiving because from the looks of it, it looks like there isn't much cushioning at all with this very thin low profile outsole, but the cushioning is actually all on the inside, which I wanted to show you guys really quickly because I'm not sure that the Nike kind of press releases really showed it all that well. So I'll remove the insole here, and this is really where you're going to get all of your cushioning. You can see it's very similar to the Nike Kobe 8. For those of you guys that know a little bit about the basketball shoes, I have some unboxings of that shoe as well on my channel. Again, I'll leave some annotations on screen. But basically what you have here is a lunar lawn insert. There's a little bit of extra stiffer foam here around the heel just to make for a slightly more supportive feel so it's not moving around too much. But the foam itself is very soft. And you can see it's got all of the Nike Free slits throughout the entire insole, so it's very flexible. Again, there's no liner at all. You're pretty much sitting clean on the foam. You got this kind of triangular pattern, again similar to what you're going to find on the Kobe's, and then it says Hyperfeel right there in the heel. Very cool concept, and it makes for an incredibly comfortable shoe while still maintaining a very minimalistic low profile design. I know one of the things that really kind of caught me off guard with this particular shoe is how it sits on your foot. From the looks of the shoe, it almost appears as if it has a mid-cut, but when you actually have that insole on the inside, the top of the shoe is actually right about here, so that's where your foot is sitting. It's sitting a lot higher up in the shoe than it looks like it is, so your ankle does rest pretty much like a normal running shoe would, or very similar to the Nike Free Flyknit with this kind of sock-like opening. Now as far as the upper goes, it is again very unique, just like the rest of the shoe. It is a full Flyknit upper, as you can see, which is basically Nike's way of knitting an upper almost to make a sock-like effect. It's kind of very stretchy all throughout, and then you have your flywire going through the midfoot. You can see that is where the laces attach, and it all is actually corresponding to each other. So you can see I can actually pull out this cable here, pull this cable there, and it will pull back in, which I think is very cool. It's going to help to keep your heel locked in place, the midfoot locked in place, and just keep everything nice and secure while still maintaining a tight fit. It has more of a compression-like feel because it is a little bit of stretchy material. You have some ventilation ports right there, and overall just the pattern on the Flyknit itself I think looks absolutely amazing. You got the black part here on the outside as well as the majority of the top of the shoe. And then you can see the instep has the white on black, so it's kind of like a reverse pattern. And again, it looks really good. I wish there was more white on the shoe. I think it looks a little bit better than the black. But for the most part, it's just such a unique design. You can see even around the collar, it's white on the outside and then black on the inside. So very cool look overall. Pretty much your standard laces there. Even the flywire, as you guys can see, is flipped. You got black flywire here on the instep and then white flywire here on the outside of the shoe. Now, again, like I said, similar to the Flyknit, the Free Flyknit does have that kind of sock-like opening here, so it does have a very tight fit. You can wear it with or without socks depending on what your preference is. Normally I like to wear them with socks just because I find it a little bit more comfortable. You do have this pull tab here on the back. You can see it says Nike Free Hyperfeel, and that's really what's kind of hiding one of the major seams on the shoe. One of the things that Nike is really promoting with the Hyperfeel model is that it's made up of very few components. Apparently there's only 7 individual parts to make up this particular shoe. I couldn't tell you you exactly what they were. If I had to guess, obviously the outsole is one piece, the insole is one piece, the laces I guess would be considered one piece, and I'm not sure how many different pieces the upper are made up of, but if I had to guess, it would be 4. So there are only 7 pieces to this particular shoe, whereas something similar or an average running shoe apparently has 30 pieces, at least the Nike Air Pegasus from Nike does. So that's kind of a cool technological achievement in itself, but for the most part this is just a very, very unique shoe. Now moving on to the outsole itself, this is where you're going to get the little bit of grip and obviously the durability from the shoe in the outsole. It does have kind of like a modified waffle pattern design, which you're going to find on a lot of old school Nike shoes, and Nike seems to be bringing this particular pattern back and implementing it in more modern ways. You can see you have that Volt outsole, very, very bright. Then it's kind of got this foot mapping design on it. So you can see there's a lighter yellow kind of inside there, and then the white areas to kind of finish up the foot mapping. I believe the white areas are made of XDR rubber, which is like a extra durable rubber from Nike. I believe that's where they are, where it is supposed to be. I'm not sure if it's just the entire foot map, but Nike does say that there is more durable rubber in the areas that need it most. So whatever that means, that's where the extra durable rubber is. And overall, the shoe is just very, very flexible because you do have those slits in the insole. While it is very, very cushioned, it still remains very, very flexible, as you guys can see. And there's pretty much no rigidity to this shoe whatsoever, and it still remains very, very supportive. So overall, very, very cool, very unique design. And move on next to what they look like on feet. Alright, here's a look at the Hyperfeel on feet, and I have to say it looks really, really good. I like the black and white color with the Volt that pops on the outsole. I also really like the black and white design on the shoe where the outside is black and the inside is white. Just gives it a very unique look overall. As far as the overall fit and comfort of the shoe goes, it really does have that sock-like feel, and in comparison to the Nike Free Flyknits, I would say that these are a little bit more cushioned, especially in the heel with that Lunar Lawn insole. It's very, very soft, while still maintaining plenty of flexibility. They truly do feel like a pair of socks on your feet, with tons of extra cushioning below your feet, of course, making for just a very, very comfortable feel. It does have that sock-like fit, and the laces just do their part to allow you to have that little bit of extra tightness and security through the midfoot, especially when it works with the flywire going through pretty much the entire back half of the shoe. As far as sizing goes, I'm wearing a size 10 US in this particular shoe, which is a half size larger than I would normally wear, but I find that everything that seems to be Flyknit and everything that seems to be Nike Free runs about a half size small, and in a size 10 as opposed to my size 9 US, they fit pretty much perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would definitely recommend going up a half size, but if you're comparing the sizing to any other Flyknit or Nike Free products, I would use the same size that you're currently wearing for the best possible fit. One last thing to touch on is the ankle area of the shoe. It does kind of have that sock-like collar, which is a little bit tight for certain people. It can be a little bit uncomfortable if you do wear the shoes barefoot. I noticed on the Nike Free Flyknits, and the same will go for this particular shoe. So if you want to avoid any kind of discomfort, just wear a sock underneath like I'm doing now, and you're not going to have any issues, at least from what I've experienced personally. So that's pretty much it as far as what they look like on feet, and move on now to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the Nike Free Hyperfeel. Really glad that I picked up a pair of these. Flyknit uppers to me are one of the coolest things around in shoes right now, and when you make it in such a way that it has that sock-like fit with the sock style upper and the incorporation of flywire, you definitely have a winner in my books. Not to mention you have this extremely nice colorway in my opinion. The waffle outsole that to me gives it that kind of old school vibe, and then of course that Lunar Lawn insert that feels extremely comfortable. Can't wait to try these out, and I hope they're every bit as good as the Nike Free Flyknits are in terms of performance. Again, if you guys are interested in getting a pair of these for yourself, they just came out today, and assuming that they do not sell out, there will be a buy it now link down below in the description where you can pick up a pair for yourself. In the meantime, if you guys do want to see some higher quality images of this shoe, just to give you a better idea as to how it actually does look in person, be sure to check out the review page on my website, which you can also find linked down below in the description. If you guys have any questions regarding this shoe, feel free to leave a comment down below, or any suggestions that you have for shoes that you would like to see me bring in. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe for more videos in the upcoming or near future, I should say. All of my social media information can be found down below in the description. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.